Hey y'all, so I'm probably going to regret this, but I redid my scape a little bit, or tweaked it, roughly a week ago. Whenever that last video was, a little bit before that. Anyway, I just kept looking at it, it never quite felt right. The problem was, I made that classic mistake of getting into a rush. You know, my daughter's crying, wife coming in the door, wanting me to do things, you know, whatever, family stuff. No problem with that, but I went ahead, instead of taking my time, I got frustrated and thought, oh, I'll just stick this in, okay, that looks good. Well, as y'all know, that's a terrible mistake, especially if you do something like that and then let it set long enough, everything gets growing in good and everything gets settled, and then you basically got to ruin the tank to change it, or you're stuck with something you just don't like. But anyway, I just kept looking at it. It just was too unnatural looking for me. And I decided to rip up half my scape, and I'm going to go ahead and do it right. So I guess a soft restart. But anyway, I guess one thing I wanted to say is, like right now, I went ahead and took all my pieces out. These are all just scavenged pieces from the woods around my house. But anyway, I just kind of set up a mock-up of what I'm going to try and accomplish in the tank. Now, it probably won't come out exactly the same, you know, it's just kind of an idea, but this is kind of leaning more towards a more natural looking formation, at least to me. I feel like if this were in the water and the current's blowing this way in a river or body of water, kind of pushing the plant or the tree to kind of grow out towards that way and then, you know, die, whatever. But kind of everything's pushed out to that way. And I still got these two nice little arch pieces. I'm gonna run some less light demanding plants under there. Kind of maybe run some more. I got some nice big huge chunks of rock. I scavenged this nice red kind of clay rock. And I'll kind of run these out through here. Kind of how I got right here now. I make a little basin and then fill it in with plants around it. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to shift this whole thing. I kind of made that one big mistake, first simple mistake, is I got it too close to the center of the tank. And that just really kind of threw the whole balance off. So I'm going to shift it over to the right side. I'm not going to put it quite completely into the corner, but I'm going to get it close, because I feel like if I stuff it completely in the corner, that's going to look odd too. So then I'm going to land it about right here. Then in the back corner, I'm going to put some of this, I always blank out on the name, y'all forgive me, some more of this red stem plant, a Guidia or something like that. Anyway, I've noticed it tends to do better outside of the light. For a long time I was trying to grow it under intense light and it just kind of shriveled up and didn't do anything. Then I put it in this tank before I had hardly any light on it. The stuff took off like a weed. So anyway, I'm going to tuck some of it in the very back corner. Then kind of start my hardscape right here. Run it through over here. Kind of fill in a lot of this back with rocks. And then I'm going to fill in with the rest of this grass and some of the Anubis and stuff. I may even move, probably gonna clear some of this out and move it back towards that driftwood, because I want to open this up more. I want to get it to where I'm gonna put in some more of this dwarf hair grass. I'm gonna pull out of one of my nanos, and I'm gonna mix in some micro sword with it and kind of change it up so it has a varying texture, kind of make it look more like a grassy field. You know, you'll have some of that low, some of that high, thick, a little bit different colors, shades. I think for the most part, this kind of area here, I'm going to keep it about the same. I'm pretty happy with it. It's a little dirty right now, but you've seen it when it's clean. Kind of keep it the same. It almost looks like just a big chunk of rock, you know, sand kind of filled in around it. And for the most part right here, I'm going to leave the baby tears alone. But yeah, that's just kind of my rough ideas for right now. Hopefully this doesn't turn into a big disaster and I wind up with a more attractive, natural looking tank. Anyway, till I get it in.